Hello, good evening everyone. It is I, the Beast, and welcome to Storytime with Beast. And my special guest is a new character. Please welcome Mr. Bear. Rawr, you could call me Mr. Kodiak Bear. A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Kodiak Bear. How do you like the new set of MJ Lever's Second Return Studio? It's great. So, what's today's story we're going to be reading? Well, today's story we're going to be reading is Aladdin and His Wonderful Lamp. Oh man, I've seen the movie Aladdin. There's so many good films about Aladdin. I think the best one by far is the one on Disney. Oh yes, the one on Disney is really good, and the live action one on Disney they made. But this Aladdin is based off a book. It's called A Living Storybook. Alrighty. Shall we begin? We shall. And this story was written in 1962. So let the story begin. Once long ago, in the land of Persia, there lived a poor boy named Aladdin. His widowed mother worked from dawn to dark trying to earn enough money to buy bread. One day, while walking through the marketplace, Aladdin looked at a longingly at a melon seller's wharves. A strange old man spoke kindly to the boy, saying that he could easily become rich enough to buy 1,000 melons if he could only do him a small favor. The boy gladly agreed, and the two set out together. That is one creepy version of Jafar, and a very odd version of Aladdin. Well, yeah, it doesn't say his name is Jafar, though, in this book, though. Yeah, I know their side very well. When they have gone quite a distance in the desert, the old man, who was really a wicked wizard, struck the sand with his foot. At a certain spot, smoke billowed from a hole, just enough for a boy to squeeze through. With a smile, the wizard asked Aladdin if he would mind going down into the cave and bringing back a certain old lamp he would find below. He gave him a magic ring, which he would say protect him from danger. In the cave, at the end of a long flight of steps, a dazzling sight met Aladdin's eyes. Chests and jars filled to overflowing with coins and precious jewels. Talk about a lot of riches, indeed. Quickly, Aladdin filled his pockets with emeralds, pearls, rubies. Then, spying an old lamp, he picked it up and hurried back up the steps. He could hear the harsh voice of the old man above him saying, "Give me the lamp at once." But the boy refused to surrender it until he reached daylight again. With a curse, the wizard struck the ground again, and the earth closed. Forgetting all about his magic ring, Aladdin rubbed his hands in despair. A small genie appeared, saying, "I am the genie of the ring. What would you have of me?" "Help me get out of this cave," cried Aladdin, and in a twinkling, the boy found himself back in the desert. K.A. the genie of the lamp. Right here for the lamp. Thank you. Anyways, back to the story. I just had to put that in there. I know. Hurrying home, Aladdin told his mother of his marvelous adventure in the cave. She dropped the jewels into a water jar for safekeeping. "Let us polish this old lamp," suggested his mother. "Perhaps we could sell it in the market." But no sooner that she had rubbed the lamp, than a towering genie appeared. "I am the genie of the lamp. What would you have me do?" he asked, bowing low. "Let us have something to eat," said Aladdin. At once the genie presented a tray laden with good things to eat and vanished. And at that moment, whenever Aladdin wished for anything, he had only to rub the wonderful lamp, and the genie would appear at once to his bidding. In this time, Aladdin became a prosperous merchant with the fine bazaar in the marketplace. One day, while sitting before his shop, whom he see passing by, the most beautiful girl in the world, oh, must be Jasmine. He fell in love with her and at first sight and vowed to make her his wife. Inquiring of his neighbors, he learned that she was none other than the Sultan's only daughter. Aladdin returned home and told his mother that she must go to the Sultan's palace and ask him for his daughter's hand in marriage. "But my son," said his mother, surely the Sultan would not allow his daughter to marry a mere merchant." Oh my. "Do as I say," consoled Aladdin. "Take him the rare jewels I have found in the cave. Then you will see how quickly he will agree to the wedding." And it was just as Aladdin said. At first the Sultan only laughed at the mother's request, but when she offered him the jewels, he exclaimed, "Never have I seen such treasures. Prince or not, a man who gives such magnificent gifts indeed is worthy of my daughter." And shortly thereafter, Aladdin and the princess were married. Aladdin then commanded the genie to build for them a palace with flowering terraces, fountains, and sparkling in the sun. Uh-oh, looks like Jafar's up to no good. Aladdin and his princess dwelt happily there, strolling through the gardens hand in hand. But alas, the wicked wizard had heard of Aladdin's good fortune and vowed to get the magic lamp back by some ruse or other. When he heard that Aladdin had gone on a journey, he disguised himself as a peddler and stood in the courtyard of the palace crying, "New lamps for old, new lamps for old." The princess heard his cry, remembering the old lamp that Aladdin kept in his room, and sent down a servant with it, thinking to surprise her husband on his return with a fine new one. After the exchange of the lamps, the wizard hurried away. He rubbed the lamp gleefully, and at once the genie appeared. "What is your wish?" he asked, bowing low. "Take me and all who are within the palace of Aladdin to the heart of Africa," cried the wizard. Bum, bum, bum. Doesn't look like he's up to any good, the wicked wizard is. The genie obeyed and lifted up the palace in the palm of his hand. That night, when Aladdin returned home, imagining to his dismay to discover both his palace and his wife gone. The Sultan, in a rage, ordered Aladdin to return to his beloved daughter by the following morning, or lose his head. Aladdin, without his wonderful lamp, was indeed sad, but remembered the genie of the ring. Rubbing the ring, he commanded the genie to bring him back to his wife and his palace. "Oh, sire," replied the genie, "my power is not that great. Only the genie of the lamp can do that, but I can take you to the wizard's castle." And indeed, Aladdin found himself that very night in the wizard's castle, far off of Africa, seeking out the chamber of his wife. He entered tiptoe and embraced her tenderly. Together they considered how they might recover the lamp. It was decided that Aladdin would conceal himself behind a curtain, and the princess would invite the wizard to spend an hour with her. Then, while she entertained him by dancing and playing on the tambourine, a trusted servant would pour a sleeping potion into a goblet of wine. They were about to trick that old Jafar. The wizard was delighted to accept the princess's invitation, for until now she had refused to see him. But no sooner had he drunk the wine than he fell back into a deep sleep. Aladdin seized the lamp, and when he had rubbed it, commanded the genie to return them back to Persia, where the anxious Sultan awaited for them. However, when the wicked wizard awakened, he found himself alone on an island in the middle of the sea, where he could never threaten Aladdin or his beautiful wife. And that is the end. That was a really great story of Aladdin. Yeah, it was quite interesting. So, if you all have any more information about this book, please leave us a comment on the video and respond to all your comments as soon as possible. Well, remember to keep subscribing us for more videos, and we will see you on our next video. Right, Beast? That's right. For now, this is the Beast saying, have a good night, sweet dreams, and take care. Good night, everybody. See you on the next video. Bye.